And now here's your second video on constructions, and wouldn't you know, they threw some vocab in here as well. So very important idea of perpendicular lines. So this is a very, very, very important idea here. So perpendicular lines are two lines that intersect to form right angles. So word association, if you hear the word perpendicular, you think of right angles. Now, a lot of students get intersect and perpendicular confused. Lines can intersect and not make right angles. But if two lines intersect to form right angles, then they're perpendicular. And again, see this upside down T means perpendicular. So in this picture here, line AB is perpendicular to line CD. Very important idea. And notice all four of these angles are right angles. Now you also have a perpendicular bisector, not as often used, but still used, is a segment, of a segment, is a line, segment, or ray that is perpendicular to the segment at its midpoint. So here we go. That's the definition right there. Perpendicular at the midpoint. So if we look here in this picture, it is telling you that line EF is the perpendicular bisector of segment GH. Line EF is the perpendicular bisector of segment GH. So let's call this point right here M for midpoint. So that means that M is the midpoint and segment GM is congruent to segment MH. It also means that these angles are all right angles. So again, very, very, very important idea here with these perpendiculars. Okay, awesome. So the reason they're showing that here is because we're going to construct a perpendicular bisector. Oh, what fun. Okay, so we're going to start with segment AB, and we're going to do some things to then draw a line, as the perpendicular bisector. So let's get right to it. All right, so here we go. We are going to use a compass and straightedge to construct a perpendicular bisector of segment UV. Your final answer should be exactly one blue line, not a segment. Okay, so the key here to start this construction is that we're going to use the compass. We're going to put it on U, and I'm going to drag the compass more than halfway to V. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my pencil, and I'm going to put arcs. So you can visualize where this perpendicular bisector's got to go. It's got to follow my pencil, right? So I need an arc where I think that perpendicular bisector is going to go through. Just like that. All right, and that is good. Now I need to bring the compass same length down here. Don't change the compass width. Don't change the compass width. Drag it down to V and do the same thing. Draw two arcs so they cross those two previous arcs. And notice these two intersection points are formed. I'm done with the compass. And now I simply take a line and I connect those 2 points. Boom, and I'm done. Perpendicular bisector. That point is now the midpoint, and these two segments are now congruent, and this is a right angle. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There you go. Ba-boom. And again, if you're at all confused, you can watch the tutorial. There you go. Perfect. All right, back to our notes now. I got one more construction, I think. It is the construction of an angle bisector. Great, so we're going to start with an angle A, and we're going to draw a ray going through angle A to bisect it. And again, we'll do this in Delta Math. All right, so it says use a compass and straightedge to bisect angle B. Your final answer should be exactly one blue ray. So to do this, we start with a compass. We're going to let B be the center of our circle, and we're going to just extend the circle down some distance along the side of the angle. Doesn't matter. And we're going to draw two arcs, one crossing that side and one crossing that side. And now a lot of times you can get away with keeping the compass the same, so I will try that. So I'm going to take this point B, the center, and put it on this arc intersection. And I'm going to draw, so you can visualize the ray going right through the middle here. I'm going to draw an arc in the middle of the angle there. And then I'm going to bring this center of the circle over to this intersection point, and draw another arc inside the angle so that it crosses there, and boom, I've created that intersection point. That's very important. That's that point in the interior of the angle. Take my compass away, and this point is what I'm going to connect to B to make the ray that is the angle bisector. And what I've done is I've just taken this angle and cut it into two equal or congruent angles. Check mark. Love it. And again, if you need to watch, this has 9 steps, huh? We'll see. There we go. There we go. Sure. Same steps we used. Awesome. Great. So your job is just to do this a couple times to get extra practice. All right. Have fun.